Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you how I know a hat's good. Are we recording?
Yeah, we should be.
I'll tell you how I know a hat's good. Because I wear two buckles only. So I have a dome of a hat.
Yeah,
and if it's deep, like sits good, it's a quality hat. That's how George Boutsalis stamp of approval. For all my big-headed fellas out there, go pick up a Parlour hat.
There you
George
go.
actually has the biggest head.
Oh man, that's nice. I gotta bend it a little bit.
It looks great on you.
I gotta give it a little curve.
Yeah, and take off the sticker and then you're good.
Yeah. Get a
Remember when you
little bit
used
of
to-
that,
We're not 2004 anymore. We don't
You
keep
remember
the
that? I used to keep my stickers on
Of
all
course,
the
we
time.
all
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
That was so cool.
5950s.
Oh my! I'd always
the
had
front?
them on. Like,
Hey,
what's
I'm a
the
New
new
York hat.
I was just gonna say that when Jay-Z came out with the song, you're like, I gotta go get a New York hat and some Timbs.
New York. Yeah. The navy with the white.
The navy with the white. Yeah, class.
Oh,
The
yeah.
best is like I would walk around with like as if I should be bragging that I have a 7 3/4 head, like the biggest size. I had one hat once that was a size 8. I didn't even know they made 8.
No.
Biggest size. It was
That's
my
a melon.
Baltimore Orioles hat, and I didn't even have long hair.
Why'd you have a Baltimore Orioles?
I had
hat?
every team. I had like every fucking team.
I used to be a hat collector. I used to buy hats even if they didn't fit me, just because I wanted them for my collection.
This is nice.
You're a big hat / jersey guy. Plus, of all, I see their Team Canada jacket. You're a Team Canada guy.
big
You've
Team
always been
Canada.
that. Like, you're the sport check guy that it's like, if that's on sale, he's like, hey, you wouldn't believe what I got. I got this. And it's like, I'm doing that. I'm like, that's dope. But it's like, it's if like you have to go to Ricky for anything sports because it's like, okay, we're going to the game. I got that, bro.
Yeah, I love when you know
Someone
that.
said this too the other day. Someone made a claim like, Ricky, you have an outfit for every themed brunch party. I was like,
You actually do.
100%
You actually do.
People borrow my outfits for their brunch parties.
Right. Don't you have...
Remember-
like the suit done with this different, like it was sequenced or no. It was, forgot what it was. Not for Greenwood, but you had a perfect...
So I have the short sleeve suit.
Right, the short sleeve
suit.
yes.
That's my like horse track, like
yeah.
Kentucky Derby-esque
Fun.
look. Then I've got the obviously my Christmas outfits. I got numerous.
You
of
have
those.
a ton of those.
The après ski,
Thank
I
you,
got
man.
2. Actually, I lied. I only really have 1 now because Kirby lost my other one. Do you know what the guy said? I'm gonna put him on. He doesn't listen, so it's okay. So maybe he'll listen to this episode. So he calls me, and goes, Rick, you still got my stuff from that party right before COVID? Remember we had the AP at my condo?
Yes.
So he had his like snow pants on, his snow jacket. I was like, yeah, Kirby, I actually have it. Like, do you still have my my onesie? He goes, no, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I owe you one. I was like, why? What happened? He's like, yeah, when I moved, it went in the Goodwill bin. I was like, bro, like, why wouldn't you call me? I would have came and got it.
100%.
He's like, no, don't worry, I'll just buy it. I'm like, no, but you can't because like, if you have to go and buy a onesie, it's gonna cost you $100. I paid like $20 for it, but if you give me $20 for it, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll figure this out another day, Kirby.
Yeah.
But so he comes by, picks up his stuff, and I was like, oh, Kirby, that was a good one. That was my green one.
That one was fire.
I got green.
Oh,
one.
that
fire.
one that you wore that you took off at your own party and got naked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably did it at Parlour too.
Yeah. Dude, he had a house
We went
party
there for
once.
the-
There's a picture of it, and like someone had to stand in front of him and block him. It was his parents' basement. There's all of us there partying, and Rick. I don't even know why or what prompted it. He just got naked.
Someone's probably like, you won't
People
get
like
naked.
all our parents were there.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Is that your annual one that you
parents
do?
weren't there. No, this was the après ski party
Okay.
we did.
Yeah,
100%.
There's a lot of people downstairs though.
No, yeah, there was a good, like,
a lot. Like
good, like 20,
And you
30
do
people.
like getting naked.
Not
I've seen you
30,
naked at Parlour twice. Yeah. We
I've
have
never seen him,
documentation
I've
of
never
it.
seen him.
What about on Friday? So I think you had just left at this
Wait,
point.
you did take off your shirt.
So
because I did get a message.
No, so I was taking off my sweater and my shirt came off.
Yeah,
you know when
you
take
have to
off
yell. The mic's in front of you.
So you know when you take off, we're all fired up.
That was loud. I
So-
usually the one yelling to us.
So you know when you take off your sweater, like your shirt just comes off with it?
Yeah.
It came off with it. And I was like, whatever. And I was hammered. So security comes like, you gotta put on your shirt. I know you're Ollie's boy, but don't disrespect us in the club. I was like, yo, my bad. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'll put on my shirt. Just like, I said,
Well,
all right, man,
Hang on. As a guy who does not take his shirt off often, I can tell you that if you make a conscious effort to pull your sweater off and hold your shirt, it does not come off. So subconsciously, there was an ulterior motive
Somebody's
there.
in cutting season.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
just like, I
Yeah,
want
you
to
know-
show it.
You know when it comes
There
off
was a
by
lot of
accident.
attractive women that came. You know, it was a busy night. And I did get on the manager group. It's like, hey, your boys that were at the middle booth, the one guy was naked for a bit there. And I was like, but we let him slide just for a little bit. And then Chris had to actually tell you to like put your shirt on.
Yeah, that was fun.
I still don't understand that. Like, why take your shirt off, man? People know you have muscles. They can tell. If they stood next to me, they would say, "Oh yeah, he has muscles. He doesn't." Like, you don't have to take your shirt off to show it.
Yeah, sometimes you're having a couple of drinks, you're feeling good, shirt comes off. It is.
And that's what we do at Parlour, though. That's, the vibe. You always want to. We always, sneakily, put it in. We put the music a little bit louder. We kind of give the cue. We wink the eye. And then, that's, when all the magic happens.
You push the limits on it.
Yeah, that's what we do. And that's what people are like, oh, my God, that's what happened. But it's so seamless from, you were literally just eating a pizza and, talking with your friends. And now you're dancing on top of the tables, getting naked and doing all the fun stuff.
I love how you just said we wink the eye, and you actually wink. That's
hey,
so if I'm there and if I wink the eye, they're gonna know it.
Yeah.
Well,
but there's a little bit more method to the madness behind that. But at the same time,
you gotta know the proper way.
Do you remember the brunch? This would have been in November. I think it was the mum brunch. Mm-hmm. Mum champagne one. So we get there, and DB me and DB went out the night before, and so you listen to him tell the story. It's he's like, I got a brunch. I sat down. I had my little breakfast sandwich. I had a shot of tequila. Next thing I know, I woke up in my bed naked.
That's what he says?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I don't know what happened. We have the videos. We had to literally carry him to the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never seen this. He looked like...
He's just he could walk, he could talk. It's just nobody was home.
Yeah.
Is that the one where he has the video of a tap of the sink?
Maybe.
Remember he sent us a video in our group chat and he goes, guys, I don't know what happened last night, but he had a video of a faucet running. He was recording the faucet. I don't know if he's trying to wash his hands in a sensor. And it's a 10, 15-second video of a faucet. Yeah. And I think it was at your place. I think it's just water running.
Hashtag the Parlour made me do it. Yeah. That's kind of what happened. But the mom brunch was crazy. Your mom, it was your mom's birthday, correct? So that's what.
Shout out Elaine.
Yeah. And where it just elevated from there was next thing I knew that Elaine was on top of the table getting the party started from across the room. And this was we started at 3:00. She was dancing by at least 4. Yeah. And then that's where
we got there early to actually eat.
Yes, exactly.
My mom was because it started, my mom was like, oh, let's do brunch for my birthday. I was like,
yeah.
Mom, you want to do a nice fancy brunch in Yorkville? You want to do a fun brunch?
Yeah.
She's like, no, I want to do a fun brunch. I was like, all right, Ollie.
And it was our mom brunch. Yeah. So with our champagne sponsor, shout out mom. Yeah, and then it just literally your mom started the whole craziness of the party, and then from there they surprised me with the marching band. That was something
that was
from
good.
Sean and Marlon. They understood that. They were like, oh, we're going to get you something. We're going to get you something. I had no idea, and I was kind of scared because Marlon, who's our West Coast manager, he's kind of he's crazy. He knows what's up, but he knows how to get parties started in so many ways because he basically started all the stuff on the first location in Vancouver. So then when I just started to hear this and they're like, get his reaction. They're literally watching me. Nicole comes right next to me, and I'm like, what the? And then next thing, literally the marching band that the Raptors do. Yeah, the Raptors do. Those guys come down the stairs, full thing, gets the party going on another level. And then the saxophone guy, he was trying to compete with them, and then he didn't even know that was going on. So it just worked out so perfectly with that.
What's your favorite brunch that you've done at Parlour?
Ooh. You know what? Ooh. So that one had a lot of meaning because that was my first one as the marketing director of the company. So, and with our new sponsor, they've signed on. It's kind of, everyone's always been doing VUV for, VUV is Toronto, which is what, so Mom chose us
Yellow
as a company.
Week or whatever it's called.
Yeah, exactly. They chose us as a company because they love our style, our atmosphere, and what we do. So that was a huge one for us just to get it out. And that was kind of when the pandemic, our first one where we knew we could kind of push the limits to something. So he said, let's go.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. So no, that one's important, but I'd have to say the one that you, myself, Sam, we kind of didn't even know that the party was going down. As in Laissez-Faire does their annual disco brunch. Yeah. They only have a limited amount of capacity. Then what happens next is Ricky, myself, and Sam tried to
and Vishal
tried to get to the party, but we knew that we couldn't get in right away. Everyone couldn't get in, so they all started to come back to Parlour, and then Parlour starts to become the vibe, and there's more people walking in, and then Ricky looks at me and goes, all right, yo, turn the music up and start DJing right now. I go, all right, let's stay. More people start coming in, start playing just banger tune after banger after banger. People start getting up on tables, and they start to go like this. Then we had our very own party. We didn't end up going to disco brunch till 8:00.
Yeah.
So it was all done. That
was the best part. Was
yeah.
like, it was such an accidental
It was disco
party.
dinner at that point.
So
eh?
It was.
because Ollie messaged like, "Yo, what are you doing before?" We had plans to go to the disco brunch because disco brunch is sick. you know, like, They throw and Bobby Love kills it at those
Destroys
parties.
it.
Destroys it. Shout out Bobby Love. We had him on the podcast. Remember that, Georgie?
Yeah.
So we sat down to eat. You're like, come to Parlour, I'll get some pizzas for us and blah blah blah. So we sat down. I think it was me, you, Sam, and Vishal, the four of us. And we sat down to eat and we started drinking. Then one shot. Then a couple girls come by because they want to have a couple drinks before we go. Blah blah blah.
But that's always the best ones when
It's
it's
like the
so
ones you're not planned,
unexpected.
yeah.
But like you kind of had the plan, but then it like off centers a bit.
I just remember it was
and
like
then you
4
go,
o'clock. We're about to go. We're like, I'm like, Ollie, let's just text everybody. Let's get him here.
Yeah,
And then boom, like half hour later, like the store, like it's just crowds of 5, 10, 5, 10. And I was like, okay, Ollie, get on the ones and twos and turn the music up. And
just do something, yeah. And then I was press play DJ. It was like it reminded me at the time, George, I had to learn from you how to actually use a CDJ. So then I was like, okay, this is what's up.
Yeah. Good times, man. I actually almost got back into.
We're
DJ
still waiting
actually.
for George to make a brunch appearance. By the way, he hasn't came out for one. He kind of
I actually haven't,
going
like,
in
at all.
December.
So what? Let's kind of tentatively plan this. So Ollie, you're gone in March.
You're right. Gone in March, touring with Frank Walker in Australia at the beginning of March, coming back for our St. Patrick's Day event, which is going to be massive on
For
the
those that
Thursday,
don't-
on the actual Thursday, and
day
then
is
the
that?
boys are doing this SPD on like that Saturday, which
Oh,
is
is
going to be
SPD happening this
I'm
year?
pretty sure
would
from when I
assume.
saw Mike and them. No, that was sorry. I've heard that it's going down, which is amazing. And then I go off to Miami for Ultra Miami. So then April 10th is our first mum brunch in 2022.
I'll be there. That's my birthday month, so I'll be there.
My
When
birthday
is your
month.
when is
My
your
whole
birth
month. I'm
month?
celebrating my
April
birthday this year is
23rd.
gonna be a
Going
banger.
Are
Absolute banger.
you done the whole 75 at that point?
Oh yeah, I in March 19th is the last day. This is the longest I've gone without drinking since before I went to Western.
Actually,
I've gone I probably have gone around maybe like 12 to 15 weeks. 'Cause at one point when I graduated, I was like focusing on my fitness a lot and I really got into it. And like maybe I went longer without getting like, let's say like blackout type drunk or like really drunk. But like the longest I can remember, like I have not had a drop of alcohol. Not only have I not had a drop of alcohol, I had like having a candy, nothing. It's bizarre. But March 20th I finished.
we look great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you actually.
Yeah,
You look
thank you
like
very
you're never like a big dude, but like you look like really like lean right now.
Thinned out, same
Yeah.
thing.
I noticed when I
January,
walked in, I was like, man,
whole
I look-
30, whole 30, that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But I couldn't do 75.
No, I did. Well, listen, I didn't think I could make it, but after 30 days, I think it becomes easy. Like right now, I'm like, I don't care.
Are you doing the book thing as well?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I read like
You're a big reader.
like not a lot. Like not just like I don't read a fucking book a week, but like I'll read 10 pages easily. I have a Kindle. I even have the app on my phone. Hardest thing is getting outside. But anyways,
because you love running.
I do, but I've been like neglecting it. I've been really
Especially when
lazy.
it's minus 10 and...
Well, like even yesterday was really nice.
Yesterday was spring,
but I didn't
today
go.
was winter.
I've been a little lazy.
Yesterday was gorgeous.
Yes.
I haven't been going as hard as I can. But anyways, it's not about me. This is about it is about me, my birthday month. No, but I haven't been to a brunch. I haven't been. We were saying before. I haven't been to Parlour. The Parlour
The Parlour restaurant.
Yeah, the Parlour. I want to make
Don't
sure
get us confused with the
Yeah.
people on Adelaide. Don't get me wrong. Great little
this
spot,
is
but
the Parlour.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I get it right. I don't want to butcher it. I haven't been. I was supposed to go to that brunch, your mom's birthday, and I'm pretty sure I was hungover and I didn't go. I think that's why I didn't go. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we went out the night before.
Because I think my girlfriend was upset because we were supposed to go, and then I ruined the plans. Yeah, that
was a
was
good
why.
brunch.
Yeah, I was right.
It was
Sorry,
it
sorry,
was
Beth.
it was
We
the
haven't
first
had a
one
bad
back.
one. We
It was
haven't
the
had a
first
bad
one
one.
back.
Yeah. But
we haven't had... Because the pajama brunch...
My birthday. That was just
Wild.
our Sundays have turned into something special, and then my birthday was just one of because everyone always does the Hollywood parties. What I've always done for my birthdays. This is the first one back, and then technically after that we shut down.
Yeah.
So it was just the pent up of doing that.
Yeah,
a
'cause you're
pajama
late
party.
November,
no one's
right?
done pajamas, which I also thought was kind of cool because I put it out.
for this fucking blindfold eye fucking mask, whatever.
Blindfolded. Sleeping.
Eye mask.
Yeah.
whatever.
I got gifted a cup of that with the energy in the room, and that was the best thing which I missed and which you actually miss so much within doing events, going to events, concerts, I've been fortunate enough to go to a lot over the last little bit since the comeback. It's just like that energy, and you just see the people's faces of just them going is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Agreed.
I said actually, funny, I was saying to Rick, I was talking to my girlfriend about this, but Ricky and Danielle as well. We had a podcast like a couple nights ago or something.
Oh, nice.
And once I turned like 30, I used to do my birthdays they were pretty crazy. Like I'd like plan something fun, go to whether it was Coachella, whether it was like going to Vegas, doing something fun here, extravagant, like a full week party, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But when I turned 30 like right as the pandemic started. Mm-hmm. And I remember that birthday I celebrated with Ricky and DB. We hung out, like drank at my place. So that was actually a really fun birthday. Didn't do, I don't think, anything the year after. Something low key with my girlfriend, nothing crazy. And those years passed. I was like, yo, I'm kind of like over the whole party thing. I'm over the whole like doing something big. Like I've done it. Like I've had fun. And what's funny? Even Ricky asked me. We had a boys' dinner a couple weeks ago. He was like, "Where are you gonna go for your birthday this year?" Like everything's open. You gotta go somewhere. And I thought about it. I'm like itching a bit to get away. But then I was like, I thought about it for a week, and I was like, I want to do a dinner and get a booth in Toronto. And I honestly never thought that I would want to do something like that.
A nice little rebel night.
Or a brunch.
Or found.
Something.
Done now, I think.
Maybe a brunch.
Or a brunch.
Like, I don't know, but I want to
checking the dates.
I want to do
now.
something. Because I was like you just made the point of like seeing people. And when this all started,
George,
I was like,
time out. Sorry to interrupt. Your birthday falls on a Monday.
okay.
So we could do the Sunday brunch.
I got to check what was Greek Easter, but I think that might be Greek Easter. And like
The
Sunday would
10th.
be
The 10th
Easter.
is, I think.
No, Greek Easter is
Greek-
after Catholic. So when's the Catholic?
No. So no, that actually almost leans perfectly
No,
because
17th is
the week after.
Catholic.
The week after is Coachella weekend 1.
No. Sorry.
No, it
Coachella
is.
weekend 1 is 15, 16.
I don't even have a map. I
Right,
don't even
but
care
that-
tell you guys all this. Yeah, that's my birthday weekend, but that's also my Easter weekend. Probably the 30th, yeah.
No, that's a Saturday though. We want to do a Sunday brunch.
Okay, the 1st. Whatever, fucking, it's not Cinco de Mayo, it's 1st of May. Oops.
Fuck.
But,
May 1st. Yeah, we swear on this, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, May 1st, I'm in Vancouver, and that's our Mum Brunch Vancouver, May 1st.
Oh,
Need a
I'm
plus
going to
one?
Vancouver.
Yeah, come, seriously.
I'm going to Vancouver maybe the 7th.
Really?
Or maybe the middle of the week, so the 5th or something, maybe. Tentatively.
I'll hook you up with whatever you want out west, of course.
best.
Plus, I can give you like all the best recommendations.
Yeah. I haven't been out there like since I was a kid, so.
Oh, yeah.
But
No, we're planning the 10th. Just for you, it's a little pre-birthday.
so maybe
pre.
you know what?
I'll be there.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it because I have.
You said month, by the way, not just day. We said month, birthday month.
Maybe the 10th I'll do like a
month.
birthday brunch, ease into it,
Yeah.
get warmed up for the month, and then I'll
love
plan
that.
something bigger on
Yes.
the end of the month.
I would love that.
Yes.
Because I haven't done a brunch. I actually like have never been somebody who can drink on Sundays because
Mondays is a big day.
for sure it always been that way. But it's weird. Like the running a startup actually like changed my perception of this. I don't know why. Like I don't know if we've ever talked about it, but like Ricky and I both know. Like I think I can speak for us. Like it's the hardest we've worked in the most days in a row. Like I've never.
Right.
We didn't have a day off for I don't know how many days. Like we'd be in the parks all day Sunday and be back to work Monday. Like we'd still drink after, hang out, be exhausted,
Yeah.
everything, and then we'd get back to work on Monday. So I think I'm just like now I'm like conditioned like okay, like you can still go have fun and be smart. The problem was before I'd always be like, oh, if I drink on Sunday, then I'm hungover, then I'm not gonna want to work. Like no, you got to just keep. You got to
roll with the punches because no matter what, and especially like an entrepreneurial role of what you guys are doing or growing a company or being out or even hosting clients, like no matter what day of the week or whatever it is, you got to like play through it.
Yeah. And that was one of the things I could never really do that well. So anyways, not really the point of it, but I'm going to
Do a half day Monday. That's the bigger thing.
It's not even about that.
I'll work from home.
Yeah,
I'll send some emails.
No, but even that, instead of starting at 8 and going till 4 or whatever, you start at 11 and you go till 8 or whatever.
And that's the one thing.
Knowing that-
And it's having the self control.
Yeah,
It's
and-
like I had a great time. We're home by 6 or 7. Now when we get into witching
9.
hour, and then you're like, oh my God, there's some of us that are absolute freaks that can go, I'm starting at 12 or 1 and I'm ending at 12 or 1 a.m. And then you're like, oh my God, what the heck? It does happen. And people can't say no to fun or it's like goes. So if you're gone home at the 6 or 7
When the party
p.m.,
ends.
right.
You're good.
Slug that water, you're fine. It's
Take
a
the
headache
2
the next
Advils.
day. You love it. You do the half day. You're starting at 12. You make sure you're light. It's not a heavy day on the Monday.
Yeah.
So
No, but even because I never used to love Sundays because it was like, again, I got shit to do so I used to go to my parents' house every Sunday, family dinners, blah, 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 blah. Well, once we got back from the road trip, it's like I basically worked every Saturday, Sunday at the parks or wherever, and then we did the road trip, so it wasn't around. I think I went out like 5 Sundays in a row.
You were on fire.
If it wasn't Parlour, it was Marble, and it was just like like clockwork.
Yeah, no, it was great.
So none of us went out with him. We he would just go by himself. We didn't like.
I was
like, well, man, you guys,
what are the odds they don't know a person at Marble or Parlour? Like,
credit to you being an entrepreneur as well. What you guys did with Cass was like huge. Like you have to think like jumping all in with all that and all the work that it takes, and then you guys did a cross country like U.S. tour coming. Man, all to you. Like, it's crazy doing the startup, like, entrepreneurial thing. Like, with that, it's
wild.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a crazy thing. Taught us a lot. That's, like, that most definitely taught us a lot. Yeah. Gave us an appreciation for, like, what it really takes to build or attempt to build something.
Exactly. But that's awesome. But now's the time to do it, and why not, right?
100%.
Because if you would have caught some gut, like, anything fire, but, like, you guys have, but you live and you learn, right?
Absolutely.
We've all had that, so.
You have to.
The thing is, too, it's like, people always say, oh, I don't know if now is the right time. It's like, well, if now isn't the right time, when is the right time?
Exactly.
Because if you're going to find an excuse for today, you're going to find an excuse for next week. You're going to find an excuse for next month. And I read something, I was reading, not an autobiography, but it was like a person shared a personal memory or something. And they were like, today I'm going to do whatever it is like I want to do. And this person ended up starting a business or something. And the idea that you just can't wait until the perfect moment, because if you're going to wait for the perfect moment, you're always going to find reasons to say why this isn't the perfect moment to start. It's like, just start. Like, even me and George were talking about something else earlier. It's like, what's the worst that happens? You do it. Go and do it. You waste a couple hours of your life, move on. Like, just go and do it.
But
just
the experience that you guys got from that alone and everything else and networking and everything, and it also shows so many people. It's like people are afraid to jump.
Yeah.
And you guys did, and that's like a huge thing, which a lot of people never really do. And you learn so much more from it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You learn immensely. Like, you learn an immense amount more from your failure. Well, I would say most people learn immense more from their failure. There's actually a saying too, like people like taking the leap and all that stuff. So I think it's like I don't know if it's a Chinese proverb or some kind of old phrase, but there's a saying, the best time to plant the tree was 100 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. The second best time to plant the tree is today.
Right.
So like hindsight's 2020, but the best time if you have an idea, just go do it. Like,
exactly.
Again, like, take a chance. I mean, we're in our early 30s, but like, we didn't have to do anything. We were family businesses that we're supposed to, get into and take over and all
exactly.
These things. Like, and I'll tell you, it's a humbling experience. Like,
100%.
I always feel that I've appreciated the opportunities that I've been afforded in life and all that stuff, but man, like, it fucking humbles you and makes you like
oh yeah,
you have to really,
the next day you never know what's coming. What does that like? I remember
terrifying.
like watching your guys' stuff too, where it was like our stuff broke down, all that. I'm like, are you serious? Again, got hit with another like something. It's this, but like you battle through.
Day 3 on the road trip. Or
but
break
it's like,
the RV.
No, but like but also that's the risk that you're taking, and then at the same time, but that's all the growing experience of what you do, and then you look back at it when you're 50 and being like, you know what, I'm so happy because it built this, and that.
Oh, absolutely,
right.
Absolutely.
It
was
so cool.
Crazy experience.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. I mean, I have no regrets. It's easy to look back in hindsight and like critique things and pick at things, but it's not fair because in the moment you're like, I wouldn't say 100% confident, but you're pretty confident. Like, most of the decisions we made, we were pretty much all like, if we didn't align, at least the majority was aligned.
We're all on the same page.
But yeah, man, there's a saying like when you're building a startup, it's like you're building, I don't know, it's like you're building a parachute after you jump out of the plane on the way down, right?
Yeah.
You're hoping that you pull the chute before you like hit the ground. And that's honestly what it's like. It's fucking terrifying. You're grabbing like everything and hoping something.
But it probably
sticks.
also taught you guys so much about like versatility, like always overcoming and like literally making decisions at that given moment where you're like, oh my god, okay, we got to do this. Taught you guys probably those motor skills of what a lot of people don't also get.
Yeah, it teaches you things you don't learn in a textbook or in a book. Or
exactly.
in like the real life situation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was crazy.
But the whole thing, which is actually like getting back to the party aspect of doing the party, because then, hey, that's my little segue.
Yeah,
hey,
I like that. I was gonna bring it back.
Ricky's always that guy. That's good. But he's like, hey, we're gonna have that cast party. And I got a lot of merch, Ollie. So, you want to do like the big merch party with cast? And we just like the cast off. No, the cast off. The castaway.
Maybe we should do my birthday.
It's got to be called the castaway.
That was the name of the boat.
Maybe my birthday. Everything's purple.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's like a little brunch. Yeah, mom brunch brand. But to be honest, we'll do it, and literally that would
visors,
be actually
t-shirts, bucket hats,
we have so
Viper
much
glasses.
It's like it's getting everyone like kind of into summer, so it's getting them into that
stuff that
gear
people
too.
would wear too, like Viper glasses.
100%.
People wear. The bucket hats were a hit. The visors,
Those things are fucking tough.
those shirts, these purple shirts right here. So many people still wear that. Like
I need some merch.
I'll get you some. I still
Take
get
them
DMs
all.
from
Get them out.
Oh, whoa, hey.
Guys, I'm not even embarrassed to say this. I don't have a single piece of casting in my closet anymore. I have one sweater.
What?
I put them all on the side. I'm like, I put them away. I'm like, I
got
gotta
them
leave
all.
these. I've worn purple.
We all
for the
know
last-
too. Like the merch is pretty good. Ricky is a big person with merch, so
Yeah.
that's,
We've done some
Fucking
good merch.
Rick Ross' merch, man. 2 years of wearing purple. I can't look at it anymore. I can't look purple.
I literally wore
I
one.
went-
I wore one of
Wait,
the cash
he
shirts to the
did.
party the other
I'll,
day.
I'll jump back to a point you made earlier how Ricky's an outfit for everything. I'm the opposite. I have a little bit of versatility in my closet, but for the most part, I have the same
Black shirts and
black
white
shirts, like some hoodies or crew necks like this. All my sweaters are the same. They're just like the fucking terry knit inside.
Yeah.
Can't wear fleece. I hate it. And like everything that I have, if I look at it and I'm like, I haven't worn this in 2 weeks, give it away.
Oh, really?
I am OCD. I cannot have shit in my closet that I don't wear. I feel bad, and I'm like, someone could use this better than I can. So I'll either post it on like Facebook and like $5 or whatever. I don't care how much I pay for this. Take it, $5. Someone take it. No one buys it. I'll bring it to like Goodwill.
Yeah.
Shoes, jackets,
Facebook
everything.
Marketplace first.
Gotta make some money for the drink. You know, for that. Make $5.
Gotta try, you know. That favorite coffee the next
I'll give you an
day.
example. I'll give you an example. I sold 3 or 2 Leafs jerseys, 1 autographed 2. I have an autographed Morgan Rogers. I'm like, am I ever going to wear this? Am I ever going to frame it? Nope. Put it online. Sold in a day. Gone. I'm like, got rid of it. Probably sold it for like a third, maybe even less, a quarter of what it
Facebook
was actually
Marketplace
worth.
is the most beautiful thing in the whole entire
My
world, by the
Matthews
way.
jersey, a Kawhi jersey.
Yeah.
All of them. Like, get these out of here. I don't want them.
Yeah.
Don't wear them.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm like, those green
Get
socks.
He buys them.
I know them. No. I know exactly.
He's a guy like
Rick's
that.
waiting
And he
to
pays
post
the guy to go buy them.
Rick's, instead of sport check now, he's going on Marketplace, buys them on sale because he knows
No,
I'm
because
selling
there's
them.
gonna be too much Fugazi stuff on Facebook Marketplace. The Fugazi jerseys, the Fugazi.
Because
Yeezys.
you're like the pure guy. You always just love the real. I'm the exact same way.
No, I don't need the real.
I'm not one of those guys that orders something from Asia. I'm never about that. It has to be like literally I'm going to Sport Check.
Yeah, but I'm off the clearance rack.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
told me that little
Brampton,
trick last week.
But no, like even St. Patty's Day, like I know exactly where my St. Patty's Day outfit is, and I know exactly like it's the same outfit I wear
Yeah.
basically every single year,
Yeah.
and it's like tucked away in the corner of my
Drives me
closet.
crazy.
Yeah, my green and blue checkered shirt, J. Cole. My green socks are tucked away in the shirt pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hate that. I absolutely hate that.
But I want to get back to so when are we doing the? Are we doing April 10th?
April 10th.
George's first brunch.
I guess so.
Are we locking it in?
Danielle, send the calendar invite, please.
I
Yeah.
think that's.
Yeah.
I think that's
April 10th is
perfect.
good.
It's the mom brunch. It's our first one in 2022. Well,
We should do a live episode, play by play. I just picking up, you know.
Should we-
I was
come in here
just
beforehand?
going
Should we
to
come in
say
here beforehand?
either a or like go. Well, I just think like, well,
lot
we
of
could
stuff
do
said.
something upstairs if we don't sell the upstairs, and then you could do the pod. But then
Too much
just that
background
that
noise.
would
Background
just
noise,
get that would be
chaos.
pod after dark kind of stuff, you know.
Well,
So-
no. I would
And,
just
like,
bring
I
people
feel
upstairs and get a couple.
we all know Ricky's gonna get absolutely naked.
Yeah, I can't do
Guy's
that.
gonna be naked in the
Yeah, yeah,
metaverse.
but no, a pre-year would be absolutely epic, and then I'll toss you guys a ton of champagne and
Yeah,
whatever, get everyone
do that.
buzzing and whatever, and then
That's what I
you
think
guys
we
roll
do.
over after, have your table
We'll
and
do
go.
noon here.
Starts at 3 usually.
Starts at 3. Are we gonna eat?
Plus, we talk with Ollie about anything, so it's a great vibe. We'll shoot the shit about anything.
Exactly.
Get a nice hour, a little couple of drinks.
That's it. We'll chill.
Maybe we'll have a
I'm
little
actually,
peanut- a little
getting
peanut
actually
gallery.
buzzed. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like, you guys got another one because I have
Yeah,
to go to
yeah,
Parlour
yeah,
after.
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
that's-
got you. I got you, buddy.
Well, tonight is technically the first like real big
right.
night out.
So, yeah.
we're recording this Thursday, February 17th. Yeah, we got enough for Ollie.
Thanks, buddy.
So today's the first day that things are really. I think capacity limits are back to 100% for small venues, right?
For all restaurants, yeah, gyms, anything without like I think a capacity code of I think
it's under
over
1,000.
Oh yeah.
Anything under 1,000's back to full, and then over
Correct.
1,000's 50%. I
Correct.
think. Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's been a long road the whole entire way. Obviously, it's for all of the small businesses, restaurants, and like being shut down to not when we thought we were getting momentum in December, and we're like, oh my god, that's going to be we're going, and then shut down. The
holidays, yeah.
But now talking with all industry experts, everyone, it's now we look. It's like it's kind of now we feel it's done. It's going to be a booster. or mask up during a certain time of the year. Do your flu shot, be healthy, that kind of stuff. I feel there's enough. After Super Bowl, seeing 85,000 people in a stadium, maskless, to up here where we're 90% vaxxed, that kind of thing. And then I think that's all the whatever hoopla. But it's done now. We're ready.
And you ready?
I've always been ready. Well, you saw it. We've been going. It's just I went away for a month, and come back, and then we're ready to go.
I love it, man. Yeah. Maybe I might go out tonight. You never know.
Well, no, he said he said I have a flight. I can't do it. George has done the whole 75, and then Danielle call and says hey, I need a table for Sunday. So she stepped up for the team.
I mean, I'll probably come Sunday. I just won't drink, but I'll come out. Yeah. I'll do fun stuff.
I love that.
The problem is
Danielle's using the pod to get tables at Parlour.
It's like, can you please send a bio and a headshot? And I'm like ripping through emails today, trying to get everything aligned to get everything done before I have to go on tour and everything done before March 2nd. So I'm like, of course. And literally, I had posted earlier, 2 tables left. Let's go. She nabbed the last 2 tables.
Both?
Yeah. You took 2 tables, Danielle.
Well, she has 8 women.
Oh, okay. I'm coming. Let's go.
Yeah. And then
I'll be the chaperone. I'll be the DD.
Oh, you see, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
But no, that's the exciting part of, this Sunday, just kind of knowing, because this was supposed to be our first mom brunch. We were expecting us not to be shut down, right? So we said, this is the one, family days next day. Let's go. Everyone else, always get it out beforehand. And then didn't really happen. And then we just kind of turned it into this whole massive event.
How often does this happen? Is it once, is it weekly? Is it monthly? Or is it just case by case basis?
So of how my method of madness and how I've kind of always done things is that it was every 2 weeks, bi-weekly, you always have a slam party. You put a lot of attention to detail and all the big things and making sure bigger bookings, a DJ, and then the off week, it kind of would just then, people still know there's a vibe, so people come there, because you also have to give respect to a little bit more people in King Street and this thing, because everyone wants to kind of, Sundays were for a taking. I've now just kind of pushed it full tilt, and now we've built something really, 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 really sweet. So now we kind of aren't going to put, everything pedal to the metal now. So
just full throttle the whole way.
Well, you might as well, right?
I think people are right,
because other people are going to do stuff, and then it's just, you might as well always keep the vibe, because Ricky, you're right. Literally, over before the pandemic and everything else, Sundays started to become a thing inside of the city, which never really happened. Maddie always had the brunch once a month, all that, and it was always that special. But now Sundays, out of literally before the pandemic, Ricky, was when we started something really. Every Sunday, people are day drinking. Day drinking became a culture inside of Toronto, which had never happened. It was always a big New York thing or a U.S. thing.
Yeah, true.
For football Sundays or that kind of stuff. People getting
or
drunk and then going
in New
home.
York City, yeah.
And now Toronto, I'd have to say, bar none, has some of the best Sunday programming and fun, and people doing that. Either you're going to Bellwoods Park and then going somewhere else, or you're going to a venue and doing that no matter what they're at. Sundays is a big day now.
Yeah, I would agree. It used to be, at least from the way I saw it, it's always industry night, right? Everyone would go, our industry day, right? People do the brunch. They might go to what was that? Thompson, 1812. Is that the one? Whatever.
1812. Yeah.
Those
are the parties. Wildflower. They had the best one in the city for nighttime. Yeah.
It felt like an older crowd. Wildflower. I felt like an older crowd. So I was I'm not going to go on a Sunday. But after last summer,
and then we became the older crowd.
For sure.
Are now,
we are older. Yeah, that's very true. Actually, we are older. But
jab.
Yeah, we are. We're definitely in the older. I mean, early 30s, but to me, it feels like 20.
I remember when I was 22, 23, and I remember Wildflower, the Sunday parties, Maddie's parties, LeBrunch.
So good.
I was those are that's the older party, right? And
we were younger.
Yeah, we're talking about how Sundays are our thing.
But
now.
Even just seeing people down drinking, the last couple summers being out in the parks and stuff. I don't remember. I also didn't spend a lot of time in the parks to remember that, but I don't remember that. I don't remember the city being like that. I remember probably some people, but you used to go on you catch a good Saturday, you couldn't walk. There's people, hundreds of people. I mean, it benefited us having a startup going around giving out, or we didn't give out anything for free, but we definitely didn't give out any booze. But no, like I've never seen that, and I feel
'cause-
like it's gonna carry over. Not only that, I feel like people are fucking dying to get out. Like
Now they're
really
right.
itching, like to get outside, to get out and just socialize. Like someone like me who's like, I've done the whole club things, I've done the club birthdays. Like, even now, I'm like, I want to do that again.
Well, just
Like,
like
I
in
just- I
BC
would- I
right
never
now.
thought I
So
would want-
literally all of the stuff, just talking with our West Coast partners and everyone for our bigger events, all of the guest list and everything are all full, all booths everywhere. Every club, everywhere's booked.
Yeah.
Rebel's the exact same, I've heard, which is amazing because people, it's like, the finer things, but you actually appreciate all that stuff that was taken away from you. So that's why it's like concert season, Bud Stage is going to be unbelievable. History, what like Mark has done
Yeah.
is like,
I literally just
crush.
emailed him today too.
Yeah.
Did you see Eric Pride's? Sold out
We're
apparently
going.
in minutes.
A minute. We're going.
So sold out in
We're
I'll
going.
go.
We're at that history.
No, it's at Rebel. It's sold
Wait,
out.
is that our comeback? The like trio
I think it's
here?
April 29th.
Cobra Fridays? What was it? Venom Fridays?
Venom Friday?
Is that where we're coming back?
When's he playing?
Friday, April 29th, I think.
It's after the birthday.
I said, hey, that wraps up the birthday
in the
month.
birthday
Let's do
month.
Rebel.
That wraps up the birthday
no,
month.
No,
Is
it's
that
at
Rebel?
History.
Is that a history?
History.
Rebel?
Yeah, it's at History.
How
Unreal.
hard would it be to get a booth for that?
I got
hard?
it.
Not
Let's
hard at
go.
all. Mark's
Up
doing
top.
Remember that?
Yeah,
We'll do
Mark's
my birthday
yeah.
there.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Party like it's fucking
locked in.
2012, baby.
Lock it
Events
in.
in one
April
city.
10th and
That's
29th.
unreal.
This is good. Eh?
That's good. Then I can hold off on drinking until I can push my thing out till April. I feel a lot better with myself because April's gonna be a rough month. I can feel it already.
March,
Especially when the three of us together. That's not.
Game over.
do you know what I think, George? To your point about the kind of parks and that was the one thing that really helped. Sorry, the one good thing that came out of COVID was people being outdoors a lot more.
100%.
Like when all these bars and the restaurants got shut down or patios only, this and that. I think people appreciated how beautiful our city actually is.
100%.
Like, look, there's a lot of shit areas in the city that need to be redeveloped and need to be redone. But for the downtown core, for the most part, I think there's so many like beautiful hidden gems. Like Kensington, everyone always knows it's fun and it's a vibe and it's like, but you can walk through and spend a whole Sunday afternoon there and just
Patio
not even
hop to whatever and eat. And
you even
do,
in this
yeah.
Queen West here, like Queen West, everyone thinks is like that trendy fashion area, but now it's like there's so many cool little bars and restaurants there with like tiny little backdoor patios and like
100%.
You don't realize how many of these places on Queen have like actual backyard patios that are super cool.
Little dive bars, which you
Yeah.
would have never even
Yeah.
seen before.
You would have never have gone there, but it's like, okay, well, you can't eat inside. Oh, we got a back patio. It's like, okay. And then remember at the time where you couldn't eat inside, so you were allowed to drink on the streets. I'd walk on my way back from Trinity. I'd like, mind you, our office is across the street from Trinity, basically. But I'd always find the random little bar, grab a drink while I'm walking through with like our wagon right there.
That is true, man.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you guys
I
did
never-
that. You see, I wasn't here. I was still in London for that this summer. But you guys did the whole cast program, everything. You guys were giving out free water.
We were
Yeah,
out
everything.
every Saturday.
One
and
week
Sunday.
we give out $5 bills to everybody.
no, you
Yeah,
didn't.
that was not the best one in hindsight, but like it got us a lot of
Do you have
downloads.
footage of this?
We have footage of everything.
Do we? Of the bills?
Man,
It's before it started with like before it was booze and merch and waters and pop and freezies. Or no, then water and freezies was first.
Water
then
and
one
freezies was
weekend,
first.
just me and you went down the lakeshore. We did like 18
started from
kilometers
from
one
his
day.
condo, walked in.
walking. No. That what was that. That well, yeah, that was.
Yeah, we did that, and we walked from your condo all the way to Trinity, but we went down Lakeshore to Strawn, and we went up Strawn.
And we
to
stopped
Trinity.
at we went to like the island ferry line, and people
We
were waiting
went
line
everywhere.
$10 a ferry. We're like, we'll give you $5 to download our app. Test to give us a feedback. We'd be handing people $5 cash. We
On
probably
spot.
took $500 to those.
We had $1,000.
that's
on the
great
weekend.
though.
Well, we
That's
knew our-
such
we
a,
knew our-
and especially right there because that's the toll, isn't it?
Well, we knew
So
what
you
our
pay to get on. So we basically
knew what our CPA was. We're like, okay, we know we're right around there.
Method
Like,
to their madness.
yeah, like,
I love that.
I mean, it did help because
That's unreal.
And like, listen, people were like, there's some good people that just said, I don't like. Probably 1 in every 10 would probably say, like, listen, keep your money. I don't want it. I love what you guys are doing. I love this
Respect the
energy.
hustle, yeah.
keep your money.
yeah.
I'll download your app. I'll give you some feedback on it, which was
it
cool.
was like the people at the park too. Though.
Yo,
Some people we
yeah,
run into at the
yeah,
park.
love
It's
Some
amazing.
Love what you're doing.
Because also
Don't
Toronto's
like
like full of that, like it's like literally an incubator for so many tech companies or startups and all that little
starting to pick
stuff.
up a
So
lot
that's
more.
amazing.
Yeah.
even at
But
Trinity,
they
like,
don't know.
I still like randomly I'll come across people online. They're like, "Oh, I remember you from the park." I'm like, "Really?"
Or they remember you from your fucking boyfriend application, maybe. Your girlfriend, I don't know what the
Oh
fuck
yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
no, actually that was, but you went
Rick,
viral on
no,
that, didn't you?
wait.
But also like Frank from shout out Frank, which he's like, what are you doing tonight? I was like, I'm on the Pals, and he's like, okay, well tell Ricky to stop being a hopeless romantic on what is it, TikTok?
Yeah.
He's like, what is going on? I'm like, man,
Yeah, we
that's
don't know
Ricky.
either. We don't know.
Frank's just
So we're all starting to, okay.
Frank's just mad I got some of those viral
Yeah,
videos.
so Frank has told me, is like, yo, like seriously, he'll give you a shout out or something, like to help you. Like,
I'll give Frank the shout out on TikTok.
Well,
Rick's
he's married now.
Yeah,
no,
he's
yeah. Shout out Nat, she's great.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
I ran into Frank 2 weeks ago in Miami.
Oh, yo,
Yeah.
did you end up going to Pegasus?
No, didn't go to Pegasus, but I saw
Did you
him
go to
at
Outlaw Luxury?
Yeah. saw him
Is
at
that where you
Liorti.
saw it?
Yeah. So I ran into
He got knighted again by Joe with the 1942, which also happened in Cabo for Palm Tree Festival in front of the whole crowd as well. And he's just like, why? I've been knighted twice. How does this work? But he's like, one was vodka, the other was 1942. So it's
okay.
the
Is
king.
that a thing? People night people now with bottles. I haven't been on so fucking long. I don't know what that was going on anymore.
Well,
George, you
let's
actually
like
have
Joe
a
and
lot of
Andrew, the
girls
boys are crushing.
wild.
So it's fun to watch them like do whatever. Plus, like gold right now with all three of them, it's going like it's now actually no, it's platinum inside Canada. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah, it's awesome.
that's crazy.
Actually, Frank just got a new tattoo like gold, like for the platinum release,
That's
which is
sick.
pretty cool.
You hear it on the radio all the time.
It
On Kiss 92 or 99.
and that was the weirdest thing. Where I was in Walmart, out of all places, and it was like gold comes on, and go, what the F? And then in Maui at a Starbucks, like gold comes on, and go, all right, this is pretty cool. This is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Do you know what song I hear
legit.
too all the time? Dancing in the Rain, Dancing in the Dark. What's that?
This is going to be.
It's awkward, eh? You don't know?
No,
It's
it's
called
the
Dancing
Rain
in the
Dad.
Sun.
No, it's.
With Astrid or something?
Yeah, with Astrid,
why we
it's
got the
Rain. Wow, I should know this.
I feel like there's
couple
one called
Cottage
Dancing in the
Springs over
Dark,
the
and then
line.
there's a different Rain one.
No,
I'm mixing
it's
two separate
the
songs. Dancing in the Dark.
no Dancing in the Dark isn't with Astrid. That's
That's
the
Anyways, I hear
Rain
both of
one.
them.
The Rain one gets played all the time in Vancouver, which is just like so like cliche. Only when it rains.
That's-
Thank you. Wow.
At least you know it's
Frank,
rain.
please don't watch this.
You've probably
You're
heard this.
the
Like,
tour manager.
Yeah, you've
You
heard this,
didn't
like,
even get to
200
know
times.
that? I'm like, yeah, but like I've heard it so many damn times. And the funniest part about when that song came out with Astrid, and it was like a huge. It actually crushed in Norway and Sweden because she is like their like darling over there. She's like their
really?
Adele. Oh yeah, she's huge over there. So that's why it was such a huge pairing for them to do that whole song. And it trended well. It did unbelievable on Canadian radio. But it's actually, like I was just saying, cliche, it's always playing in Vancouver when it only
raining.
rains. And then another funny thing is whenever it would actually kind of, like our festivals, when it launched, I think 2019 on tour, when we did it with Felix, every bigger festival, it would always rain a bit on that day. And we're like, God damn it, Frank. You're the
got a
goddamn
sign.
rain man.
It's the rain
But
man,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
it's the
the rain
rain
dance.
baby. That's like doing that kind of thing. So it's just so funny with the ties to what that song was and how it kind of grow. But it's like also really cool now of like the evolution of like his whole thing of like what he's producing now. Which actually like he was going to like, I was like, oh, do you want me to tease something to the boys and whatever? And he goes, no, you just got to tell them that this is coming out because literally he just sent me this ridiculous demo that they're doing and it's smash.com.
Certified banger.
Oh, buddy. But I'll let you guys listen to the Megwas. So big tune coming out with Sam Felt and Zach Abel.
oh,
And it is
I saw
Alright.
Sam Felton.
Catch you on the top of the chart soon.
Yes.
Sam
Well,
Felt.
that's what I was saying. Like, if we ended because we were supposed to go to Saskatoon, crazy, and it was okay. So
Saskatoon.
that whole story. So Saskatoon booked us for New Year's
Saskatoon.
at the Coors Event Center, which Frank had already played with the Loud Luxury tour. Did very well, and Frank's music trends very well in Saskatchewan. So the funniest thing was leading up to it, we're like, oh, we don't know because this is when Omni's going on. All the rest of Canada's shutting down. We know that the Sam Felt, literally, it's like Sam Felt at the Wynwood thing that you went to. We had the spot like opening right before, and we were just holding it for so long. So we're just waiting to see if they're canceling, if they're going to cancel, if they're going to cancel. And then Frank gets booked with the Chainsmokers to go play Aspen, to go play Belly Up, double back-to-back shows. I'm like, okay, we're sourcing like now we have to get the jet involved. We have to get things for him to get up there to then come back for another show. And anyway, it's all leading up to this show, and we're still watching the Premier Mo, who's actually a G, which I really appreciate his like method of this whole COVID thing. But then it goes right into the point where it's like, oh my God, it's 3 days before New Year's. Everywhere else, except for Saskatchewan and Alberta, I guess, in this thing are not shutting down. And it's like full steam ahead. 1,000, 1,500 people plus sold out at Coors Event Center. What happens? After Frank has not tested positive, he feels fine. PCR test the day before to get onto the jet. I'm literally waking up for my flight at 8 a.m. I then get the message at 12:01. I just like, all I hear is look at my phone. I go, oh my God, Frank's tested positive. We cannot fly because due to all this stuff, and even with the jet company, it's just for him to get to custom, you're going to get denied. So it's like, well, how are we going to do this? We have to message the promoter, all that kind of stuff. So it was just so funny where we thought that this would have got canceled. Didn't happen.
Fucking COVID.
And then COVID happens, and he was fine.
There's nothing you can do.
And you can't do anything because it was just funny leading up to that, and then we couldn't do and then there was like, well, do we go to Miami? And then we're like, no, that we can't do that. But yeah, no, it's crazy. And that's what happened to Paco Osuna. I just saw, he's like, I feel fine, but you've tested, you tested positive.
Yeah.
So that's like the whole thing now where I'm waiting to see what will happen with that whole like situation with the government saying like you're testing positive or within a certain, and you don't have like 24 hours.
Well, right now, I think the rule is if you have a positive PCR test, you don't have to test for 90 days.
Is it 180?
No, it used to be 180. They changed it to 90 after, I think it was January 15th or something, or December 24th.
But now they've switched it to 100. Sorry, February 28th. You don't need
a test to return to Canada.
A PCR. Oh no! If you're fully vaccinated, you're fine. You don't need a test. No, you don't need anything. Yeah. So that's why
Let's
now.
Go! Yeah, March 1st. Like going to Miami, baby.
That's it.
Let's go. I'm coming ultra. Gonna party with Ollie for the next 60 days straight.
Yeah. We're going right all the way in.
All the way to April 29th. Yeah. Closing at Eric Prince.
Yeah.
George hasn't been out in a couple months.
Yeah. Goes on a full month.
I didn't know they removed all of them.
Yeah. No, to get into the States, you still need
honestly, we can like sit and complain about everything that happened, and I really want to because I fucking think it's a joke. But you know what? The end is in sight. Hopefully not going.
The finish line's there.
But what a fucking crazy thing! Yeah? Like you have like fucking Super Bowl 80,000. Like Florida, we went to a game in October with 80,000 people at the Swamp in fucking Florida at the Gators.
Did you go to the Bucks? Is that what the Swamp
Gators,
is?
Florida
Gators.
Oh yeah, yo, that must have been really
88,000 versus Alabama. I saw 10 masks in the whole thing. I was licking people's faces in there. Like it was like humid. Like it's outdoors, but inside.
Were you tripped out?
Huh? No.
You see, right. Like, we're fine, but there are some people that were like tripped out when they went to other.
Oh, I was like, this is the best. I want to move here. But we walked in like the stadium. Started pivoting a bit, but like it's so humid that the air is like it's outdoors, but the air is so dense.
Yes.
That like there's probably just COVID like lingering everywhere because it's just like sucked. It's like you can't breathe. It's so hot. But like everyone's fine. Everything went on. And like 6 months later, we're still here.
That must have been the cool experience. What you guys did with that, those college football and the college thing is awesome.
We saw 4 NFL games on that trip.
3 NFL.
So we saw
in a college.
We saw opening week Washington versus San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Then we saw Denver Jacksonville.
Yep.
We saw Tennessee Buffalo Monday nighter. The game that came down to the wire.
That was crazy.
We also saw Florida Gators versus Alabama. So we saw 4 games.
We saw without other college tailgates, but we
went to Texas A&M versus Alabama, the tailgate, but we didn't go to the game.
And we saw a lot of luxury playing at A&M, crazy. And we left to make it to Austin City Limits in Austin to catch Rufus the Soul. And guess what? We said we weren't going to stay for the game because we just saw Bama 2 weeks before that, or 3 weeks before that, and A&M wasn't ranked. I'm like, we're going to fucking stay and watch A&M get pummeled. A&M upset Bama.
Second field goal.
Stormed the field.
No way.
And we were at the stadium, like the day of the tailgate in the morning, walking around, and we said, like, and I kind of want to stay, but I was like, nah, we can't. And some guy we know from here, we met him there, who's from Toronto, basically said, I have a box tomorrow. You want to come? And he meshes the day of the game. And
No
I'm like,
way.
nah, we're gonna head up. We gotta catch up. We gotta go. We all wanted to go to Austin City Limits. Like, it's a cool vibe.
100%.
We saw Rufus, but man, like they stormed the field. It was wild.
That's an
Yeah, but then there was also the Mississippi State game that there was also playing Alabama, which is insane. How many times we could have seen Alabama, and that game was a massive stinker.
In the same place as them 3 times.
Yeah,
Just
that was a
coincidentally.
massive stinker. They got pummeled. It was like 42-7.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
You know, sorry, I just remember why I brought this point up about this whole like thing, everything's ending. But I want to make a point. I don't know if you guys know this. Did you ever see the picture? It wasn't at Super Bowl. Maybe it was, or it was somewhere. And in California, it was in California. It was at a game somewhere, and the governor and the mayor took pictures with Magic Johnson with no masks, and then the mayor came out to apologize and said he was holding his breath, like. Sorry, I never said this on the podcast.
No, and then he like
that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, you obviously weren't, and the fact that you think you can like lie to people and they think they're that dumb is the craziest thing. And man, anyways, I don't want to go down that path, but like think about that. These people, like all of the people in California and us in Ontario are probably pretty similar from like a measures perspective. Like very ultra that's not the right word because we have conservative party, but very like strict.
Yes.
Very like authoritarian rules. And like you have the guys telling people not to go anywhere, just doing what the fuck they want because they have money and power and they can do whatever they want. Anyways, I don't want to go down this path, but that was so funny. What a shit excuse. Just say I made a mistake. I held my breath. No, you didn't.
It was Magic Johnson. I had to take a picture.
Oh no, politicians lie.
No, you don't say. You don't say.
Never. I want to pivot off this topic.
Yeah, I don't think that is so
Yeah.
crazy that like you would say that. I've never brought this up on the pod, but I found that mind-boggling.
The Miami. So main stage, Frank, Friday
just got
Pretty
announced.
Just got announced
today.
today,
Very exciting because just of a whole before the pandemic started, Frank had the opening slot. Actually, we had a better opening slot on opening day, where Frank was one after Fetty Legrand. So Ultra, always how they start is, and it's back at Bayfront Park where the year before when all the stuff was happening because of the downtown core hated Ultra because it was crap, so they had to put out the thing. That was an absolute nightmare disaster. Thank
Where
God.
did they move it?
Sorry? They moved it like out off of the bay where it's like kind of over the bridge, like farther than the downtown core.
Not Bayfront Park next to the stadium.
No, and that's
when
where
I
it's
went, yeah.
backed, where it's like home and roots are. But anyway, Frank was supposed to play in 2020 before the shutdown. It was Fetty Legrand, then Frank, and then it was like someone, and then Kygo. And this is Kygo exclusive. Kygo has never played Ultra, or he did when he was first coming up, but it's like an exclusive for them, which is huge. So Palm Trees, again, like what Miles and Mike and like the whole Palm Tree crew, which crushes, what they're doing is like a Palm Tree takeover throughout all of Miami this year. Anyway, so it's a big look for Frank because doors open earlier, but then the main stage doesn't start till later. So it fills up by, it's like, oh, we have like another 10,000 fans in front at, let's call it like 3-4 o'clock, rather than main stages usually start at like 1 or whatever. So that's why it's pretty special. And then if we saw the lineup I posted, is
it nuts?
absolutely.
Is Swedish Mafia playing?
Yeah, Sunday night.
Come on, let's go to Miami. When is it?
So
wait, when is it? When is it?
Okay, so
Last week of March?
yeah, the 26th,
So the-
27th, 28th.
So basically when my thing ends.
yeah. So right now,
Fuck, it'd be expensive.
so
to get down.
it's Frank Walker, Nicky Romero, Timmy Trumpet, Fisher, Alesso, Martin Garrix, and then Kygo all on the main stage on Friday. So
Alesso-
on that,
Alesso's my favorite.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, he's
that's the, like the
You
the
remember
suite. Oh,
when he-
yeah. buddy.
Do you remember what I said to him? Did we bring this up on the last time on the pod? Sorry to hijack your story. Do
No.
you remember? When we AP'd with Alesso in London, do you remember we went like this that guy's house, whatever, and somebody played like the pressure, one of Alesso, no,
pressure remix
pressure
is
playing
crushes.
it. We walked in, I was like, and I like I did this as a joke, but I don't think anyone knew I was kidding. I walk in and I see everyone there, and I walk in, I'm like, wow, what a shit song, and everyone just like stared at me like I'm crazy. I was like, they're like, you know, I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like I just like play, like I know it's his song. I was kidding. He's like, no, I know you're kidding. I was like, fuck that. Dude. You know I'm kidding? Because like no one else knew I was kidding.
Yeah.
It got real tense. And anyways, that's all I remember from when I hung out with Alesso was.
Yeah, no, main stage is going to be great. We have like a full production team like ready to go. working through all like visuals, larger stuff, just because it's such like a special event, even for Frank, because it was kind of one of those things that kind of got disregarded due to the pandemic. So we're going to make it even more special for this one. And then we're doing a lot of pool parties, which is like what we've never really done, which is like kind of the best part about WMC Miami Music Week is the earlier ones from like the Tuesday till like the Friday, where it's like the Shelbourne, the Surf Comer, the National, all the label parties, all the fun stuff. And now we're doing it. And like this is the first one where Frank's playing like 4 different pool parties, and we're doing that up. But then Friday it's like the big one, and then we have a booth after to watch main stage the rest of the time, and it's just I'm very excited to after he's done playing, so then I can kind of enjoy myself a bit. This time we don't have live singers. We have actually a couple, but I can't release who they are. But it's not as crazy as our live or performances, what he always loves. So it's gonna be sweet.
That's big, man.
Yeah.
You said you were are you going somewhere before that? You said you should go
Australia. So we're going to Australia.
Right,
I've never been down under.
Throw on that shrimp
Down
on the
under,
bobby.
mate. Hey, shrimp on the bobby. Yeah. So March 2nd to the 13th Ultra.
When is the F1 in Melbourne?
I have no idea. I don't know F1.
Are you sure? Okay, never mind. Because that'd be crazy if you're down there.
Yeah.
They race in Melbourne. It's usually the first race of the year is Melbourne, but they changed it now. Bahrain's first. Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, no, we're going. So we fly out on the 2nd, go ahead of time, and we get in on the Friday, I guess it is. So yeah, what is it? It's overall like flight time is like 25 hours. The 15-hour flight between Vancouver to Sydney, then going up to Melbourne. We play Ultra Australia, which is like their first event ever, sold out. Like I forget where the park is in Melbourne, but then we open up main stage, and then that's like Afrojack, Alesso, Steve Aoki, Sam Felt, and one other person again. And then we have to then fly back to Sydney to play Marquee that night. And then so that's just going to be a trip, because I don't even know how. I don't do very well with the time change stuff. Because like when we did Norway and everything, I was up at literally the crack of dawn, or literally it's like 3 a.m. I'm like going to the gym, like, what's going on? Like, I don't feel well. They had this. You've been to Europe, those shitty European beds. It was so terrible. So anyway, I'm coaching myself right now for this like flight. I'm like, I have to sleep then, I have to do that, and it never happens.
You
just get so excited.
Ollie's gonna be taking naps in the middle of the day. Like next week's like, hey, I gotta practice napping at this time, because soon this is gonna be nighttime.
The trick is you have to not, if you want to really adjust well, you have to not sleep wherever you're going. Doesn't matter time change. Exactly. And go for a run. Like you land, you go for a workout or a run if you like. But like land, check in, don't shower, don't eat, don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
don't
be
lie on your bed,
uncomfortable.
just change and go fucking do something to like tire yourself out more.
So so what Air Canada did is basically when we're leaving, going into the time zones, depending. So it's like the first half of the flight to actually sleep to then adjust to when we land in Australia is kind of when you're waking up. So when halfway to wherever the flight where you'll be, it will still be kind of day, so you can just like power through technically, because we're leaving at night. But it's because it's 14 hours ahead.
You fly to LA or Vancouver?
We're doing Vancouver.
And then over. Yeah, I've flown. I've done Australia. I've flown basically. One time I did round trip. My family went. We went like back in when I was in first year, and then I went again. I came back from Australia when I was on my trip from Toronto to LA to here.
Right.
The first time I went to Australia, me and my sister, we slept straight 15 hours on the flight. I don't know how. We were in first university, I think, first year. So we're 18. We had a seat. I don't know. It's still to this day, it's baffling. My dad can like attest this. We literally just like leaned on each other, and we slept the entire flight the whole way to Australia. Like we woke up like once the food came, we woke up, we're like, we're okay. We just like dozed off. No sleep melatonin, no nothing. Just like closed our eyes and slept. Bizarre.
So, yeah,
if I ever have to do that flight, I'm grabbing the sleeping pills.
Nah,
well, like that's the whole thing. Like after touring so much and like depending, but when you actually have the long haul, and we actually just before this, we just got booked Ultra Europe, so Croatia in July, which is also huge, and then a little. Well, yeah, I don't care. I'll say it. Cottage Springs hit me. Palm Tree Festival is happening in Europe. I can't say where, but that's also another.
Can you say approximately when? Because we're going to Europe, so we can see if it lines up.
In July.
Fucker.
Oh, wait. No. August, because I just did get something come through.
I'm there the whole month. I'm basically in Europe the entire month.
Oh, are you doing the Greece thing?
We're doing, we're going to, starting in the UK. My girlfriend's family's from Nottingham. So we're going to go there.
Oh, nice.
Go there for like
Not
5
Manchester, eh?
No.
Ugh.
I might go up there to fly. Yeah, dad's from Nottingham. Nottingham and Italy. I don't forget where, what part. But anyways, we're going to Nottingham, then we're going to Greece. We're staying in my village for a bit. Then we're going to do like Paros, Mykonos. And then the whole gang comes to Mykonos. We have like 13 people coming. It's going to be wild. And
we
then
have
fly
a
to
couple
Barcelona
offers
and Ibiza.
going. We have a sick new agent overseas, and also like Mykonos has been like talked about.
Come on, let's go.
So if we're already over there, then it's like
We're going from Mykonos to Barcelona for like a day or two, and then Ibiza.
See, I want to get back to the Devil's Island. You just kind of yeah. Oh man, it's been a minute. 2011 was the last time I went back, but it was that was when it was like pure like when we were out western. That was when
it wasn't like it was like
when you had the like Cocoon Mondays, like it was like the proper stuff right before it all. Space was still there. It wasn't. It's now high. Yeah. So no, I'm like It's exciting stuff because now when Europe's back, that means like the rest of the world is said, okay, we're ready, because Europe has been closed down technically for those massive things because Ibiza was closed all last summer. There's only like those. Even Greece was, and Greece was really strict about the lockdown mandates. And I was there last summer, but me and my girlfriend did like we did the West Coast, so it was more chill. We drove, but place that I've never done. It was amazing. Yeah. But like Mykonos had like a curfew, you couldn't party. Music doesn't stop at midnight. Usually music starts at like midnight. So like all this stuff, like it was not non-existent, but it wasn't like, you're right, like Europe wasn't there. Yeah. But now that like it's
always happening.
Now that
I'm on my third one.
We got one more, I think.
Fourth.
They keep throwing out already.
Yeah, now that it's coming back, and
now I'm
like,
going to Parlour after.
I fucking love it, man.
Yeah, fuck. Anyways, that's
no. We're gonna link up once we get all the tour dates and everything locked. And it's always, and that's the best part about the touring and like traveling the world, as both of you guys know, is that like no matter where you are and how small your friend group or how small the world really is when you're across, and then you just get to see. And when people are just traveling, it's like, hey, like come. And that's been like the most rewarding thing. Not only like getting to like tour the world with your buddy, but then it's like when you guys are there, and that it's like, oh my God, come, and that experience where you get to have in a different continent, country, everything. And it's just like making those best times are the best thing.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Remember Copenhagen?
Yeah.
Went to go see. We were in Ibiza.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to fly to Barcelona, and it was my birthday. And so I was talking to Joe and Andrew, like, you won't come to Copenhagen? We're like, no, we're not.
Oh, yeah, you did that.
We're going in the opposite direction. We flew to Copenhagen for like 20 hours. Just for this like festival. And it was wild.
Didn't you guys sneak in backstage too?
No, we didn't sneak in.
Oh, the Kygo one you did. I heard about that.
No, that was in Zurich. Open air.
Oh,
you heard about this?
Oh no, I was seeing the documentation of what you guys were doing.
That was before. That was 2017.
Yeah,
when Ray got his fucking nose broken at Dylan Francis.
Right. Yeah,
guy's in a mosh pit, shirt off, obviously, because why wear a shirt?
In a mosh pit.
He got kicked in the face, and then he snuck in. I wish maybe I still have the screenshot.
I have to check my.
Ricky was messaging me like, "Hey, I'm in the back tent. I'm like, back tent where?" He's like, I'm inside. I gotta go. I was like, what? And I'm just like in the crowd, like hanging out. And he's like, hey, I see a ball. He sent me a video. It's like, you see those bottles? I'm gonna take one. I was like, don't take it. He's like, wait. Okay, hold on. I'm in. I was like, in where?
Bottles.
He's like, they think they think I'm part of social media. And then you look at his snap. He goes, look at my snap. Look at his snap. And he's like, I'm backstage. I'm back here with open air employees.
Not.
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel. So you pretended to be the media crew.
That's
I pretended that I was the social media like coordinator for the festival.
Fake it till you make it.
So I found the little inn, so I snuck backstage, and I'm still shirtless at this point. So I'm backstage shirtless, and I was like, guys, we're here with the amazing food crew. If you haven't had a chance, like make sure you check. I'm like, where are you guys from? Like videotaping. Everyone's like, happy to just be on the open air social media
Yeah.
team. Like,
That's awesome.
But some guy caught you though. Some
so
guy
towards the end,
questioned
some
you.
guy's like, "Where's your badge?"
He's
I
like,
was
this guy's like having way
Yeah.
too much fun.
He definitely doesn't
Who
work.
the F is this guy? Come
Yeah,
on.
so eventually, like, you gotta go. I was like, sure. On my way out, I grabbed the bottle. Best part is, I got caught with the bottle in the crowd, and they're like, "You can't have this bottle." I was like, "I bought it." They're like, "Where?" I'm like, "That bar right there." He's like, "Well, you can't have it." So the guy takes it. I'm like, "No, give my money back." I'm like, "I paid 100 euros for that." He's like, "There's no bottle service here." I was like, "Well, bottle service is a big thing in Canada and North America." So like, he's like, "We don't do that here. You have." I'm like, "Look, man, in Canada and in the States, you can buy bottles at festivals." I bought it from that bartender right there, and I'm pointing to like a bar like 100 meters
Yeah,
down.
you were just like that.
That guy right there. Which one? The blonde dude who's Scandinavian,
yeah.
like something like that. So they end up taking the bottle, grabbing a cup, pouring the booze in the cup, and let me keep it.
No, you kept the bottle.
No, they eventually poured it out into
That's
the.
pretty sick.
I think
into
no,
the
because I have a picture of
Coca-Cola
us holding it.
thing. That was before we got caught. Then
The best though was like the text messages. They were coming in sporadic, like, "Okay, man, I'm gonna get this bottle." I was like,
Because you're
I
at
was
a
like,
festival,
yeah.
so it's the worst. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like, okay, I got the bottle. I'm backstage. I don't think they got me. Oh wait, no, I think I'm made. All caps. Oh, they got me. I'm running. Meet me at the tent. I was like, no. He's like, I'm out of breath. He's like,
down. Remember the text?
So entertaining after the fact.
I
But I was
think
so scared. I was like,
texted
man,
him.
he's gonna get kicked out, arrested. I don't know.
I think I texted him. I'm like, "Okay, they got me. Do I run? Do I stay?"
Yeah. That's easy.
Okay, I'm running. I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah. Do I run or stay? Run. I'm running. And they just go. It was honestly very entertaining.
Man, we had some good times.
But that was when he snuck in. I actually had a question for you. What do you enjoy more? What? Okay, I got to phrase properly. What do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy being here and organizing and running parties, experiencing parties
Right.
as a fan,
yeah.
being on tour and helping manage and put on a production, or enjoying a festival as a fan base? So it's kind of like four options. But what is one thing you had to do one right now? What would bring you the most joy? Like pride or happiness? Or what would bring you the most happiness?
To be honest, of like, and how the career has kind of gotten is to produce my own party and then seeing it all come to life and everyone being there. As much as like the tour managing and everything is, at the end of the day, it's like it's awesome because Frank's like one of my best boys, so it's awesome to see his like goal and dreams grow. But then it's not exactly mine, but I'm there to help along the way because I've always been that person. Watching from afar as a fan is always experimental, but then you always, like, for me being inside of events and like production and like producing stuff, you always want to be like, I could do that, or I want to do it better, or I'm taking that. So for me, at the end of the day, it's always going to be producing the event, watching it grow, getting everyone there and seeing it grow. And like, obviously there's some money like involved, but at the same time, it's more about like the connection of like what you see, because like I said, for the last like year and a half, 2 years, we've all seen like Mass Over Faces, which was on my old Hinge profile. I'd like to throw an event without and see everyone smile rather than behind the, like, closed doors.
Yeah.
But no, that's the biggest thing. And everything all like comes together. But at the end of the day, me producing my own stuff has been like my biggest like achievement, like accomplishments, I guess you say.
So you like to be the curator, basically.
Yeah. No, it's like, this is what's gonna go on. Let's see what happens.
No, to build on that, though, I know exactly
Yeah.
what you mean. When you're hosting or organizing a party and you look around, you see everybody with a big smile on their face, and you're like, everyone's having a lot of fun because of the work you did in the background.
Right.
It's like, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, and that was like even Mountain Mile, like going and doing it in the West, and that's like the coolest thing with the Parlour. With my role there is that I went out west. They're not used to, Vancouver's a different kind of beast in its own way. And the way that the guys have done it, we kind of innovated it, made it better, and put it like a new life into it. And then after Vancouver, it was all what people were talking about for weeks after weeks after weeks. And then you're like, okay, that like just from that, just being like, yo, that was the coolest party, best party I've ever been to. Is that's better than any dollar and cents that goes into it.
What's the Parlour in Vancouver like?
Vancouver, just in a whole, it's a little bit different of the vibe. Here in Toronto, we love go, go, go. We love intense. We love it being like that. It's very chill. It's very hip hop oriented throughout the nights. If it's electronic dance music stuff, it's only really done at a certain amount of clubs. We play a lot of house there. They play a lot of hip hop. So it's like when I curate the brunch parties with the team, we go a lot of like house music and whatever, and people aren't used to it, but then it just turns into that vibe where people just elevate harder. we see it from our bar sales and that. It's like people are starving for that, but that's just like anywhere else. They've never really been a lot to switch the scene, but Parlour in a whole has always dictated the scene. And it's so great that now with like the new wave of us being inside of the company, we're like bringing a new element to where it's out there, which is really cool.
That's awesome. Oh, man, I just want to party right now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do too.
I just want. Ollie's gonna have one today. Ollie's at his fourth, eh? Cottage Springs, send us some more. Hey, we're running low.
I have a question that I'm not sure if you can answer, but I'm gonna ask it.
Okay.
Is there plans for Parlour to continue to expand, whether in like Vancouver, Toronto, or another market? If you can't answer, by all means, you can deflect the question.
I will. We are opening up a new, I guess, sister cool venue inside of our venue. We have a secondary floor that is planned to open in the next 6 months. Very exciting stuff. When you guys will obviously be on the invitee list. Some really exciting things there.
Will Danielle make the cut?
Danielle will, because she's the only one coming out of your team this weekend. So, no, very exciting that the Parlour brand is kind of taking another direction in some sort of a vibe culture and what we're going to do. A room like no other and a vibe like what we've been able to do, but something totally different. Can't really get more into it, but it will be launching this summer. Cool. And expansion, we've got a lot of new territories that we're going to be hitting within the next 2 to 3 years.
That's awesome. Good for you guys.
That was a solid answer too.
Yeah.
Very politically correct answer there.
Like,
sprinkle a little,
but hold on. You gave it enough to keep people interested, but not too much where you can get in trouble.
And that's how it's done.
That's how you make it to marketing director. You gotta know how to pull the strings. Tease a little. That's the curator right there.
Yeah, right there.
Good for you though, man. It's exciting
it's
stuff.
great. It's very exciting.
It's you guys are always gracious hosts, and it's a cool place. Like it's I don't know how to explain it. Like it, there is some like. There is some place that you can go into and have a really good time. It doesn't feel pretentious, but I think Toronto as a whole is sort of starting to get to a place
where switching it.
It's starting to be a little bit of like.
Well, it used to be club life, right?
Yeah.
And like Maddie and all the boys, and they started that, but now it's like anything goes is kind of the vibe. And if you want something more committed and doing that, that's what you can do.
Yeah, but I mean, like even like you guys like. It has like, when you walk in, it's a fun party. Yeah. But it also has a late, if you want to stand at the bar and drink. Yeah. If you want to stand on the table, take your shirt off, great. Yeah. But like a lot of the things, it just feels like so much is becoming about like, maybe it always has been, and I'm just getting older and realizing more, but maybe like it feels very statusy or exclusive. Yeah. And like, okay, that's, I don't know, at least maybe for me, I used to think that was really cool. And you want to be in those cool parties and all that. But like, honestly, I think it's a lot of it is like, because then it's the wrong people on. The crowds are like kind of lean into it too much, and it becomes too pretentious, and everyone thinks they're too cool for school. Right. There's definitely cool people at Parlour, but like it has a mix. Like you can be who you want to be. I don't explain it. I'm not trying to pander to you. Actually,
no. But that's like what we've kind of done, and that's and I think like a lot of the culture, and I'll have to give a lot of the guys, the locals, only kind of like feel good of what it actually they built that culture kind of coming to with the like. Down with clubs, whatever. We don't need to go do that. And to be honest, the generation of like, you are not committed to go spending that. It's like, do what you want, and the vibe will set itself for you to spend more money or for you to like have more of a good time.
Yeah. That's, I think with I don't want to say the destruction of the entertainment district, but like we don't have an entertainment district per se anymore, right? It used to be Adelaide, Richmond, John, that kind of area. All those super clubs, the Circas, the government, all those places this is London. They're all gone. Right? Now, how many actual like clubs, like big clubs can you name in the city? You got Rebel, Toy Box, and Mr. Wolf.
Exactly.
That's basically it.
Yeah. And Mr. Wolf's like, it's different too. It's intimate. It's not like it's
a big club, but it's also, Okay. So you think about those are the only 3 venues that are like based off like club, bottle service, like, DJs and dance floor, right? Where everything else is kind of like, hey, you know what? You want to grab bottles? Parlour, locals only, Laissez-Faire, Ruby, wherever. You can. Mm-hmm. You want to sit down, have a drink with your partner? You can. You want to take a bunch of shots at the bar, drink while you chase with your beers? You can. Yeah. It's kind of like you do what makes you happy. Everybody just comes together and makes like I don't want to say it's like a perfect storm, but it kind of like is.
It really is.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
it's
where
kind of
the
cool.
trend
It's
is
a little
going.
bit at times feels like you walk in, it's a little chaotic because like it's like you're not walking into a club where everyone's in booths, so there's room to move. It's like everyone's kind of bumping a little bit, which is kind of nice. But there's also tables so you can move around. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's true. It's a different vibe than what you remember. Like, and it's all on King Street too, which is interesting because King Street is like now kind of like the. Maybe besides Bloor Street, more like in terms of retail or storefront or hospitality. It's going to be a high rent area. So you get the upscale places, but you also have
Aside
these
from
places
Bloor,
where,
it's
again, you
most
can walk in what you're wearing on the street, walk in and have a good time, like.
Totally.
It's funny you say that, how sometimes you walk in and slam your bump. There are so many places sometimes you walk in, you're like, oh, this is nice and chill. You go, like, you sit down, you order a drink, you go to the bathroom, you come downstairs, you're like, what the fuck? It's like
It's
bumping,
so
like
it's
slamming,
going,
like
yeah.
what just happened?
Yeah.
Like the amount of time that's happened to me back in November, December, where I walk into Parlour, have a bite to eat, and then you go to the bathroom, you chat with some friends in the kind of like the back area where that big TV is or the screen, and then I go back to my seat. I'm like, where did all these people come from?
Crazy.
Same like Ruby Soul, like same thing. You're in line for the bathroom. By the time you come downstairs, I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
I'll give you guys credit too. You guys are actually known. Like, there's a partying aspect, but you also like actually legitimately known for your pizza. Like people like talk
We're
about.
good.
Like,
Yeah, we have great food. And that was the one thing that I didn't really
food
know
in general,
before.
yeah.
And literally starting to work with them in 2019, it all like came forward.
I'm gonna
It
grab
was
another
like
slice while we're talking about it. Then.
now. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever done this. I have to pee.
Go. You can go
really
anytime.
bad. We can just go at
Yeah,
any time.
yeah.
Oh my god!
We'll hold it down for you.
Is this the okay? This is the
Yeah, you're
outtakes
good.
or
You're
what?
good. We got it, Rick. You can't eat.
No one else is up for
After, I was just gonna say, after 4 Cottage Springs, I'm shocked you didn't have to pee.
You can't eat on a mic, eh? It's gonna hear you chewing. Okay.
I would obviously move the mic, but now that Ollie's in the bathroom, I won't eat yet. But yeah, we crushed this pizza. One's the dirty something. What's it called?
Excuse me.
One's the gold member, one's the dirty, and
Dirty something. Yeah, it's dirty. It's like the meat lovers.
the dirty. Yeah, they're both absolute fire.
I'm fucking starving right now, but I can't eat. It's 8:30. I
I'm-
could, but
I'm gonna have half of that slice or one of those slices. For
yeah,
sure.
it's cool though. They actually like are known for like more than just like the party aspect, which is pretty cool. Like it's especially if you're gonna do stuff like a brunch party or like be more than just like a bar. Like good for them for having like that whole dynamic because like you don't know many places. Like I can tell you, like someone says, oh, like what's like Parlour for obviously the parties and the vibe, but also like they have pizza that everyone swears by. Yeah, and honestly, it is phenomenal.
It's funny we say like
expert,
brunch.
but it's phenomenal.
It's funny we say brunch parties too, because like the brunch parties start at 3. Like brunch
That's like
technically is
brunch.
like 11 to 2. Yeah,
Most places,
but that's when like the party starts.
Oh, it ends at 3. Man, I have not gone out in a long time, and like actually like itching to go out now.
Danielle, I saw a picture of you the other day at brunch. Danielle's shaking her head. Ooh,
Really?
Flights are cheap to Miami.
Penny. That's Danielle's favorite thing
Oh
to say.
my God.
Pennies. That actually is very cheap. What airline? What airline?
We're looking at cheap flights to
Yeah.
Miami.
back.
Looking at cheap
No, you
flights to
don't pay
Miami.
for that. You know what?
What,
Let
are
me.
you guys talking about the places to go?
We're talking about your place. We were talking about how the like it's great that you guys are known for just
Yes.
more than like the party aspect. But what did we say after? Well,
Flights to Miami.
okay, then we got deviated.
Yeah. But no, getting back to the food.
Yeah,
The food is like that was the number one focal point. All of our like main partners, everyone, they came from a chef background. You all right?
He just dropped fucking meat down his too much. It's that
No,
meat
it's
on
that
a
good.
meat
It's
lover,
that good.
baby.
But no, seriously, at the end of the day, food is first, and what a lot of people don't actually realize that after the end of it all is that it, like food makes you come back. The atmosphere is the secondary thing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's good. You guys are like legitimate. You ask people what like Parlour's known for, and it's like I know
The
a lot of
pizzas are crazy.
really good. I'm
And I
no
had
connoisseur, but they're
no
really good.
Right.
Like
Okay, right here. We'll do this little thing. Top 5 Zaws in the city. Go.
oh frig, that's tough. You ready, Danny?
Go.
Okay, but the mic's not on for you. Want to come? Do you want to stand up? And use Fourth man in the fire. Makers.
Uh-huh.
Blondies.
Thank
Parlour.
you. If you want your table on Sunday. No.
Okay. I don't even know. I can't think because where do I always order pizza from? What's the one?
Toroni's got good pizza too.
It's okay. So it is such a huge debate because at the end of the day, it's like Neapolitan style to like New Age New York or like whatever pie. So when I'm like referencing to what it is, it's like your favorite pies because obviously there's a whole other level of just how actually the city does Neapolitan in their own ways. But then it's like, what is your favorite, like hands down?
Okay, so there's actually, so I know. I'd probably go Maker 1 just because I've probably eaten it the most.
Never noticed that. Not from Naples.
Number 2, I don't even remember the name. Now, it's a buddy of mine. I got to pull it up. I got to find it. I know what number 2 is. I had it in the summer. It's a pop-up from the
pop-up pie place?
The Boutsalis brothers, the guys who own
Yeah. No, I just saw their stuff. I actually want to order it. I think it's called pop-up pie.
Hang on, Boutsalis. I got to find it. I gave him a shout-out because I had it in the summer. We waited in the heat. These guys are cooking fucking fires in the heat outside. I got to find it, Chris.
We should ask Moretti what his favorite pizza is. That guy's the pie master.
Yeah, Alexander?
Alex. The guy crushes pies.
Yeah?
So we're going to New York for his bachelor party.
Sorry, guys.
And we have 2 pizza parties already scheduled. So we're going to do...
John of Bleecker?
Bleecker.
And then Prince, or are you going to do... No, Lucali's in Brooklyn?
Lucali's, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the main.
Those are like Portnoy's top 3, right?
Well, wow. It's so funny that like Dave has literally built the whole culture of, hey, this is literally the best pies. And every single time we're posting and whatever, because like Frank and their family know him because he's really big in the horse racing as well. So the last time that I saw him at Pick, I was like, yo, you got to come to Toronto. And like, we got good pies, dude. He's like, we'll do it. It will be like, because, yeah, they have some play stuff coming, but like, okay, you got it?
Mine. Yeah. So Maker 1, good corner pizza.
Wow.
By the Boutsalis brothers, a pop-up.
Wow.
This might be blasphemous, but I don't know, Pizza Nova.
You know what? That's like...
Because I only get one type of pizza. I get like pepperoni with jalapenos on it. That's it. Even though Blondie's is like known for that, I'd go with thing. Then I'm going to go Parlour, and then I'm going to go north of... North of Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
Yeah. They might be interchangeable. Like, I had this, like, I don't remember, I had it cold now, but when you guys shred the cheese on that, that's an X
that
factor.
Little thing, yeah.
That might actually put it at number 3.
Secrets that we do that always keep you coming back. So
that might be number 3 because it gives a little saltiness to it. The cheese, like it's nice. I like it a lot. But see, I tried both, and I actually really like which one, the dirty.
The dirty,
I like it
and then the gold member, yeah.
See, I used to like banana peppers more than jalapenos.
Correct.
But I've changed now. Jalapenos for me they're like kryptonite, especially on a pizza. Like I still love these.
Yeah. No.
I just gravitate more to like pepperoni with that.
Right.
But this, because I don't explain it. Like it's really it's good, salty, little spice.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Everything's nice.
That one because I had it wasn't like hot. That is also fire.
Yeah. So the truffle, that's like the mainstay. Everyone does it well.
No, like honestly, I really, really like it's crispy and a bit like. Let me explain it. Like it's not like because I don't like the Neapolitan style because it's a little bit like watery.
Right.
I don't like pizza like that. I just
yeah.
It flops around in your hand.
You need a bit of the fluff, a little of that crisp, and then like the perfect amount of toppings that it's not over soupiness.
Yeah,
so
that's what I like the fluff. It's not like chewy. It's like fluff.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
And again, I'm no expert, but I really like the last couple of years I've eaten like a lot of pizza. Rick, you make a joke about it. Let's go.
Already jumped in,
I knew he was gonna fire it.
Is that fat pit joke?
No, it's okay. A couple more weeks and that joke is gonna be dead. No, but like actually, it's one of my favorite foods lately. Like I've been like gravitating towards pizza. I just genuinely, I don't know why. Like I like it anytime now.
That's
awesome. My go-to, but yeah, you guys do a terrific job.
Thank you, Rick.
That's my pizza rant right there. I'm gonna move this by the way.
To be honest, I'm not a big pizza guy.
Yeah. I was gonna say chicken and broccoli kind of guy.
No, disgusting blended soup kind of guy.
Yeah.
Actually, you did some good soup Instagrams over the break when you were down.
Thank you.
Yeah. I quite liked them.
Thank you,
Ollie. Come on.
See, like, come on. No. I'm
blended chicken. Made a chicken smoothie. That's disgusting. It's blasphemous.
A crazy one that I'll just say quickly. Obviously, Parlour Pie, love it. Makers, like they do classic. I used to love FBI, but they kind of went under. But then that just came back.
Under?
They went, but like they had like a resurgence over the last little bit. Bertano's.
Where's that?
Where?
Buddy. It's like, sorry, I think it's a Tobago. Wait, yeah, I'll send you the Instagram. You got to do it live though. It's absolutely nutty. Pizza Conzo. Pseudo Boys.
I've had Conzo
unbelievable.
Before. Conzo is good.
Conzo is like
Conzo's
hands
good.
down.
Actually, very good. I had their mushroom
It
one too.
is the boys there
had half
know
of
what they're
these.
doing.
Yeah.
And sorry, what was my last one? Was Super Point. The guys
I've
there
had-
know so well. Yeah.
I've had Super Point, but I had a slice once. Because I used to be on Spadina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went next time I called.
I'm telling you though, Burritanos, like, or whatever, Burritanos or whatever, their black garlic pie is insane. Insane. So anyway, those are for listeners and everything. If they want to know some extra pie spots, is really good. But also go to the Parlour.
Yeah, honestly,
Restaurant.
it's tremendous.
I love it.
You know what? That's what I should do for one of my birthdays. I want to do a couple birthdays. I'll do it for one of them. I'll do a brunch and just crush it. Like Moretti will come over that too, even though he never comes out.
No,
He'll come
he
over for
won't.
pizza.
He
He'll
won't
come
come
over for a pie.
No, he won't.
No,
Really?
Kidding?
he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't venture.
Shout out to the other half of Crown Entertainment. I miss you.
No, he's not half. I own 51. You never heard this story?
It's pretty funny.
Wow.
So we were at the cottage. This is probably like 2014, 2015.
No, because Crown was started in 2011.
No, Crown was actually started in 2008.
Whatever.
Anyways, no, but this was like we were like 5 years into Crown at this point.
Okay.
And then one day he was like feeling himself playing beer pong. He's like, Rick, I'll fucking dust you. I was like, Mraz, I will destroy you.
didn't.
He's like, you want to bet on him? I'm like, the extra percent. So
No!
we played, it's a joke, but we played for that extra percent, and I absolutely fucking mopped the
He was
floor
so
with
upset.
him. Mopped the floor with him.
He was so upset.
51% right here. Mraz got 49.
That's
it.
unbelievable,
That's
actually.
a good one, eh?
No, you should do that.
It was funny. Like it never made a difference,
Yeah.
like in pay. But
Well, really,
it
yeah.
was just funny. It was just like
I should have done that with Kyle. Kyle, let's go. CDN. We're going in, baby.
Yeah, did you
That's
get married
awesome.
recently?
What? Yeah, Kyle's now married. Beautiful wife, Mona.
Mona, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
And,
was friends with my ex, Becca.
Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah. TBT.
CDN.
Oh,
Hey,
wait,
Ollie,
what I want to ask you is what? Go ahead.
I was just able to
On
dollar
Thursday,
beers.
too. Why not, eh?
Thursday?
What?
TBT. Gotcha.
Yeah, got you guys.
What? I don't think I ever asked you. What's the green on Glendon? Like, what was it? Like,
Oh, yeah. So that was a little bit of throwback here. Well, basically pandemic. World shuts down. I ended up dating a friend of mine that lived back in London, Ontario, Kamoka. Basically, we were walking by. There was a driving range out in Kamoka. It was Aqua Golf way back in the day for all London people, if you're listening. It then got filled in, became a driving range. It was kind of like a piece of, like, literally garbage. Me and Jen kept walking by it every single day, and we're like, oh, like, what is going on? And we're kind of like, you're in that, like, survival mode of entrepreneur. I was like, I have no idea when we're getting out of the pandemic. My whole life has been, like, taken from under me. And so her family friends then inquired because they are the ones that own the land. Next thing that happened was literally I was coming back to Toronto to, like, just go back to the house because obviously I shacked up with her for a little bit at the beginning of the pandemic, and then went back, and she's like, yo, we got the range. I go, what? So next thing I know is, like, this whole thing, not really knowing what I'm going to do. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to jump in with it. Which is crazy, relationship, moving in with a girl and doing a business together. But it was all for a good reason and whatever. We built the business into such a success because all you could do during the pandemic was golf. So we kind of hit the nail on there. We rebranded it, did such an amazing job, and it was packed 24/7 for all of our hours. Let me tell you, of humbling experiences. Buddy, when I am picking up golf balls, shagging golf balls with a pickup shagger by hand.
I saw those
when
videos,
when the videos, when literally sometimes like my ball picker wasn't working. So it's like, hey, I have to put like 4,000 plus golf balls into a thing. I'm out there like picking them up.
come on.
So yeah, dude, like humbling experience. One of the most common things. It was really great when like you didn't have to worry about, who's on guest list or whatever it is. Like all I care about is a goddamn golf ball getting put into a basket that someone's then gonna hit. So everyone's like, it was always the funniest thing where everyone's like, and when the ball picker's on there, and that's what like, you sneaky motherfucker, like I know. it's like when you get the ball picker out there, that's just target. And every single time people would hit me, I'm just laughing like, that's 10 cents. That's 10 cents. That's 10 cents. Anyway, we built it to an amazing point to where there was just, I kind of knew things were coming back. Toronto was in my sights. Me and Jen had kind of just like split just due to like, you know, differences. We're doing a business, all that kind of stuff. Still great friends. I ended up brokering the deal for the land that the driving range was on, and then selling the business to another golf guru then. So literally from turning like a negative into a positive into things. So built a business throughout like a year and a half, sold it and sold the land and everything. And then like, yeah, it was a crazy experience. So much fun, like learned so much. And yeah, just kind of taught me more about myself of that. Like my entrepreneurial skills said, hey, if shit's literally going down the hill, whatever, I can always stand up. So that was like the coolest like part of it all. And it's literally, it was wild. Like I'm telling you, literally pick like a screwdriver to get golf balls out of the like dirt. It's like you want to, breaking back on
that's
thing,
really cool. It's actually like one of the things you see like in a movie, right? Like, you know, a guy gets like a down on his luck, gets a driving range, teaches kids how to play golf and shit. Like it actually like, I was like, this guy's got a driving range. I'm like, what is happening down here?
Yeah, everyone was freaking out. And let me tell you, the most peaceful thing ever was on the ball. Shout out Tina, I miss you. We called Tina our ball picker, which was so funny, and I feel really bad for women that are named Tina, because then I was like, oh, she's shagging in the morning. People really took that to offense, which I never do it. That's just the way that was kind of like instructed through what I've learned. Anyway, literally, it was the most peaceful thing just being out there in the morning when like the sun's rising and you're literally picking up golf balls and you're literally just thinking. And literally, I had your guys' podcast on. A good one was like Ian Ross's one that I was listening to with that. And it's just like you kind of just like get your own time to yourself and like learning and whatnot. And it's just crazy at that point. It's like there's so many other things in the world that aren't important other than just like knowing and doing yourself and that kind of thing, which was like crazy.
I remember I met up with you, I think, to give you the sweater or the shirts that we had.
Yeah.
Like right before you were going back, you're like, I'm just going to like move out of Toronto for a bit, like come back home. I was like, man.
Yeah, I thought I was done, guys. Like, I was like, I'm doing something, because my plans were to make like an entertainment park. So it was like beer garden, that, and I was like, I don't really care to do anything else.
So you're saying do that down there?
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, here in Toronto, I'm competing against a pie that's already been cut so many damn times. Rather than like, oh, I'm the biggest recreation park in southwestern Ontario that people are going to come, that I'll have rock climbing, axe throwing, mini putt, that recreation, kids, money. Think about the amount of like us growing up that our parents would literally spend on us. So that was my whole vision built, but then there was just so many obstacles that I have to go through, which was fine that I was going to be invested. But at the end of the day, when you really found out the end stuff and the goal and like the land, and when you deep dove into everything, there was a lot of like other stuff that we were digging up that kind of dope. But anyway, it turned out for the better. So
that's dope, man.
It's cool.
It's a great little
That's
like
crazy.
project.
We all had a little like pandemic businesses. Yours succeeded.
Yeah.
Ours went.
Nah, man. But like
we got you left with a cash out deal on we got stuck with 1,000 visors.
Like anything, but like things happen for a reason,
100%.
and that's the whole big thing that you
100%.
always have to take away. And that's why I was like so passionate, so proud of you guys to what you guys did through that, because even when I was building CDM, when you guys are doing Crown, everything else, is that like you learn, you fail, you learn again, you go. And that's what only built. Well, it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. And that's what I found out the biggest.
100%.
Take it from it yourself.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. That's really cool though, man. Good, honestly, very cool.
Wild.
I thought we were gonna have you on a lot earlier, so I was like, I just wanted to wait. I'm like, I'll ask him about how the fuck you started a driving range. And mind you, now it's been 2 years since you were one of the first people. We had you on.
He was one of our first
on like Zoom or whatever.
Yeah, and then they blew up.
No,
yeah, they're getting Donovan Bailey. they're getting what's that singer, Mr. Orlando? You know, all that big time.
No big deal.
I know I'd be
Chef
coming
Rang.
back for Chef Rang, but I know I'd come back for episode.
We had to get big to let you get a proper audience.
Yeah, exactly.
We had you on like the audio quality was, this is not fair to Ollie who's been there for us through thick and thin. No, man. Like, listen, this is fun because we can get you on and we can just bullshit and like.
Yeah, we're around episode 150. You were probably episode
Congratulations.
like 20.
I was 16. I remember.
You know?
I did, yeah.
Come on, 16,
bro. Come
there you
on. You don't remember. Like I have a photographic memory, so it's like when that thing. But it's like you never forget like a cool thing. You guys were my first podcast, so it's like I'll never forget that.
This
Podcast
honestly has been like,
virginity,
but
yeah.
even this, like this is what we want to do. This is more fun. Just sitting
This
here.
is better.
We talk
Trust
about
me.
whatever. We're talking about like
You give me booze. You get that interaction.
gotta
and
lose, man.
fun.
We get
It's like,
everybody
come
to
on.
Okay, hey, we got to do another record, even if it's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes before the brunch, George's first brunch.
100%, yeah.
No, it's a,
But
it's,
like,
it's a pal special George's first brunch.
That would be huge. And then we also, we'll get like some special guests. I'll get some people to roll through. Well, yeah, we might as well do it.
We'll get it going. We want to utilize the space more too. Like the fact that we got this for the podcast, then we could incorporate our startup.
beautiful
It made a lot of
room.
sense.
It's a beautiful
but
room.
it's a good size. I mean, we pay pretty decent rent here for what we get. We don't use it probably as much as we could or
Right.
probably should because we pay for it. But also like everything was closed,
Mm-hmm.
so what's the point of being down here? We also used to have our startup here, so we didn't want to use it like too much for like partying, socializing. Because
100%.
like,
No, it's
the
a workspace.
No, it's more like it's our space. Like it's our personal like office. Like
It's
Ricky
awesome.
wants to come down and do
I've
some
done
work.
photo
Yeah.
shoots here, like
It's sick.
It's a convenient. It's a very good spot, and we want to have like because of the neighborhood we're in, because we have buddies
You're right
around.
here, yeah.
Like on a weekend, no one's here. This is all office, so we're the only one that comes in like on Saturday.
Yep.
It's like it's shut down
even on evenings.
Yeah.
You know,
Rick, Ollie, come by for the pre-drink next Friday. Okay, yeah. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm totally in for that.
Honestly, anytime.
Yeah.
You know, fun fact. I think we're like in near the end here, but fun fact. Obviously what Bitmoji is.
Yes.
Bitmoji was started in this building.
Shut up.
Yeah, so Bitmoji.
Like on Snapchat?
Okay. So Snapchat bought them for
No
like
way.
$3 billion or something.
That's
a few $100 million. But they started in this office, one of these small rooms here, and then they graduated to the corner apparently. And like our landlord told us, they used to like because when we moved in here, she's like, "Oh, you guys gonna have parties? You're a podcast?" We're like, "Oh, no, like we're not gonna do that." She said, "No, you're allowed to.
Wink,
just
wink.
let us know." It's still like Bitmoji was here, and they used to be a tech company, so they had like these events and all that. So I don't know all the details. I don't want to speculate, but they said, "Yeah, like you can socialize, do whatever you want." So, anyways,
That's amazing. That's
It was a
amazing.
good. Anyways, yeah,
Yeah. No, it's got good energy, and that's the
does.
biggest thing. And then it's just like you guys probably followed through, and then as in like you guys followed through, like thinking like, oh my god, we're like the startup like that. What they did, love that. It's all good.
That
vibes.
gave
It's
us a
always
little bit
about
of
good
like we're like,
vibes.
oh, we're the next one to come out of this place.
Yeah.
We will keep this. Maybe I don't know if I'm speaking for George, but I think I am.
Yeah.
We'll keep this office until they kick us out.
Yeah, dude.
Just
it's
as like
great.
a personal like workspace, like even if it's just a creative space.
Other than the 10-second walk up, which is of like if that locks you up
it's so
upstairs,
weird,
yeah, that's pretty.
Well,
crazy.
Ollie messaged me. He's like, "I'm here. Am I in the right building?" I was like, "I don't see your name on the list." I was like, "Ollie, it's there. I see." He sends a
No,
picture.
I
to me.
know it's on the list, but I mean, there's no like 2331 until you get to the door. So there needs to be, and just for all your future people on this, like let them know.
Yeah,
Is that
we gotta add a
once you get in, then there's a door and you're walking up, which then I was like, okay, they must be in the upper because there's not an upper. And then by the time I got to the upper, it was locked. And I go, wait, am I missing something? So then I go all the way down. Then I go down to the other office and I'm looking through the other office and I go, okay, there's nothing there. And then I call Ricky and I go, Ricky, seriously, bro, like this isn't funny. Like it's not April Fool's. It's not anything else.
You're
What the
sober.
fuck?
It's only 7 o'clock.
Yeah, well, now I'm drinking 3 things. So,
Danielle, we should add something in the email.
Danielle, I'm not blaming on you. I'm blaming on the guys.
Well,
No.
I usually message people when they're coming. Like I'll put when I send an invite out, and that's again nothing against you, but I just know that people always buzz me first because my name's first on the list. I get whatever. So I always when I send an invite, I'll say go to the top of the stairs. It like open the door, go all to the second floor, and like grab that door. You have like 10 seconds. I put in my Uber orders, whatever, and they always call, and then I gotta walk down the hall.
Yeah.
And when
Whatever,
my phone rang twice, I knew it was
that's
you.
like when I walked by Danielle, I was like going to the washroom. I was like, well, you know, you can close your rings pretty easily up here, so that's okay. So it's all good.
It's good moving around, but yeah.
On that note,
this was a blast, man.
Close the rings. Yeah.
Uh,
Wow, right under.
I don't even think we need to ask what's in store for 2022 because we kind of already talked about it.
You already did.
We know Australia. We know all the ultras. Miami. We've got the brunch parties.
George is
April
coming
10.
out of party, which is great. Like not coming out. 'cause I know you're with
did
that
we call
guy
it
over
George's
there.
coming out party?
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, the Castaway. Yeah.
We're gonna do. I'm excited. Like that's why I'm like focusing on the
Yeah.
75 hard thing.
Amazing.
Focusing on just
Yeah.
being healthy and all that shit. So
Do
like
it.
when
You got to
things
set the
open up,
goals and achieve them, and that's the biggest thing that starts off the years, which
Yeah.
is the best thing ever.
gotta start
So,
on the right
yeah,
foot,
yeah.
you know. And then
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
party like old times.
Heck yeah, Johnny.
No, so yeah,
Voice
big
lost.
year ahead. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Ollie,
No,
we
man.
appreciate
This
it. Thanks for
was
coming on.
fun.
And thanks for the pie.
No, thank you for the drinks. I'd like one more before I leave.
Yeah, we got one. We actually have one left. One last one.
We got you.
take it.
Gotcha.
We
Yeah,
need some
no.
more. We need some more Cottage Springs. Fire them over, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And guys,
They
if
were
you
really
made it
good.
to the end of this, give Ollie a follow. Go see him at Parlour. You can book reservations for Parlour online at
theparlourrestaurants.com. You'll click on Toronto or just DM us or just DM and follow me at Ollie Shanks. Done. Yeah.
Tell them, DM and say Danielle sent you. You get the best table in the house.
Yeah, we'll have some footage of Danielle after on Sunday. So.
heck yeah. All right, signing off, pals.
See you guys.
You like to drink and to smoke to take away the pain. And I don't remember all of my mistakes and every high. Got alone with no one thing. You're not alright. I'm not alright.